Hello everybody, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, and I'm sorry this is coming up so late, but December was crazy and I am in the middle of 30 days of sketches for January, and my son has been off for 2 weeks from preschool. He just got sent to my mom's for a few days. Nora's finally napping. Back to normal, right? One more week. I just have to get through this week. I go back to work February 5th, so everything is I'm just trying to get everything done, and it's a lot. But that's completely beside the point because I'm here to do my December layout shares. Woo. So I'm going to kick it off with this fun layout I created, and I am 98% sure it was a Spiegelman scrap layout. I think. I can't quite remember what I created this for, but I do love it. It is these cute photos of myself and my daughter at the beach last summer, and it's just kind of documenting. I really like these photos of me. Nora would have been, well, April, May, June, July, 4 months old, so I just, I really like them. So I kind of did a beachy vibe along with some Maggie Holmes carousel collection because I liked how that worked. I mixed that in with some of the, the summer line, and I just really like that. And then I'm going to tell you, most everything else here is Christmas, so be prepared. I created this. This is part of my 12 Days of Christmas. It was day number 1. It was to use one tree, and it is talking about, we went to something called the Festival of Lights last year, and you got to try to find all these reindeer. It was really fun, and it was our big date night for December for Sean and myself, so I love the way this turned out. This one was for day number 4, I believe, for my 12 Days of Christmas extravaganza. I did that with Daisy Scraps, and this one was to use for snowmen, so I did actual snowmen, and then I used the word snowman. I kind of cheated there. But these are just of all of the snow we got last February. It was insane how much snow we got. It was crazy. And compared to what we've gotten this year, which is basically nothing. Although we still have snow on the ground, but it's like just this tiny little bit that we've had since Christmas, and it's just dirty and yucky now. But we got a ton of snow. I think it was like 32 inches or something. It was not inches, centimeters. We did not get 32 inches of snow, guys. I promise. So it was just crazy. But I did a lot of mixed media, and I had fun with that, and a bunch of layers, and I really love the way this turned out. So I really documented all the snow. It was a big deal last year. And this one is probably one of my favorites. I love it, mostly because of my title. So I titled it Peace, Noel, Joy. And it was, again, part of my series, the 12 Days of Christmas Extravaganza, and it was to use ornaments, and I believe it was to use 10 ornaments, or 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 ornaments, and I made it. I did 3 on there, a cluster here, 1 part of the word joy, and 1 part of the word Noel. So I love this. These are my 2 little ones. Jackson got to decorate the tree this year, which was really exciting for him, and he even put a few down low so Nora could play with them too. So it was just really sweet. And this is a mix, so it is for Spiegelman Scraps, and it was for the 12 Days of Christmas. And isn't this fun? So I created these little lights and then put sequins inside of them. I love the way it turned out. I think it's really fun and playful and just beautiful. And this one was, again, the lights, and I think it was 12 lights. And I just love it. I love it. I love it. Again, mixed media, pretty simple title. This was back in 2015, and it was just the random snapshots of my Christmas experience for 2015. And here is one for last Christmas, and this is kind of talking about how I got to have Christmas morning last year. I was up early. Jackson was still asleep. Nora was in my belly, so she wasn't born yet. And Sean was still sleeping. And I just had coffee and just kind of looked at the Christmas tree and was just kind of waiting for the anticipation of what was to come. And it was just a really beautiful morning. And so it was something I wanted to document. And this was created for Spiegelman Scraps using the sketch for the month of December, which was really fun. It was a beautiful sketch. And I just love it. And this was also for the 12 days of Christmas because it was to use the coffee cups. So I think it was 5, yes, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I use the word cuppa, 5 and 6, because maybe it was 8, I don't know, but it was to use cups, and it's in there. So there's a process video for that though. Disney on Ice. I got to take Jackson and my niece, so my sister was there too, and we took them to Disney on Ice, and it was so much fun. Jackson absolutely loved it. He if you can see his face right here, just like in complete awe and love, that's what he was doing the whole time, especially when Dory came out. That was his big thing. He didn't really care about the princesses, obviously, but he loved that Dory came out, and then right after Dory was Toy Story, so he loved that. I did a fun little shaker pocket for this. This is obviously a Spiegelmom Scraps layout. I didn't seal it completely correctly. I would do it differently now, but it's okay. It's in there, and whatever falls out, that's okay. I'm not too worried about it. Once it's in a page protector, it's going to be okay. But I love how many photos I got on here and these fun little clusters, and I used up these stickers that I've kind of had in my stash waiting to be used, and I really had to Frankenstein a bunch of them, but I was happy to get that used. And this is for 1 of 2 layouts. I actually created 4 projects, but 2 layouts for my guest design spot for Memory Lane Scrapbook Store. It's a beautiful little shop, and if you have not checked it out, you need to. She's amazing, and she has whole collections of really fun things, current things, and she's just the sweetest person. So if you are into supporting the littler shops, I would definitely highly recommend you checking out Memory Lane. But this is one of the ones I use, and I was using a Christmas line from Cartabella, and I believe it was Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. I believe that's what it's called. But I used the paper here. I backed a cut file with some of the paper, and yeah, so that was how I highlighted it. I love it. And then this is just a cute photo of my daughter. And I just, I'm so sorry, I've lost all my words today. I saw Misty Whitting use this title, "'Tis the Season to Sparkle," so I had to copy that, and I really love this. I think it's cute and simple but pretty, and I love that I got to use these cut files that I got in a goodie bag from Daisy. And this is the second project I did, and I really like this one too. And it is of my son, so it's the son's version of the Being by the Christmas Tree for this year. And he was sick, my poor guy, and so he was allowed to kind of spend the night by the Christmas tree to make him feel better. And it was just kind of I just happened to catch the shot. He's not feeling good, but I love the shot of him. And my whole goal with this collection is I chose this collection because it was vintage, which is not my style. And I want to be able to highlight how you can take something that isn't your style, but turn it into something that is you. So this is very neat. There's a little bit of mixed media, there's some stitching, there's elements that kind of help make it more modern, even though it's a vintage line. So I really I loved playing with this line. It was so much fun. So there's those. And then this is my lift and sketch. This is the lift version for this month, and Rachel chose the scrap lift, and it was a lot of fun. I did the mixed media part of it, and then I used this fun cut file. Again, I received this from Daisy, and it is a Paige Evans cut file if you're interested in it, because I know a lot of people were asking. And so I just had a lot of fun. I didn't do anything to the cut file other than put a few sequins on it. Of course, these sequins are from Spiegelmom Scraps. I titled it Our Stockings to document my mom made all of our stockings. So mine, Sean's, and Jackson's were made back in 2014, but she just made Nora's this year. And now that we have all of them, I just really wanted to document that because it's very special. Not how many people have handmade stockings from their mom, right? So it's very, very special. And finally, this is the sketch version. I got to pick the sketch this month, and this is the sketch for Lift and Sketch. And I was very sick of Christmas, so I went the complete opposite direction. So I started off with summer, went into Christmas mode, and then finished off with summer. And this is of when I was at the Peony and all the yummy food we had when we were there. We had this really, it was like a smoothie and a pineapple. It was delicious. And then we had pork rinds and chips. And this is deep fried coffee. Yep, that's right. It's delicious. Oh my goodness, it was so good. And then you got an iced coffee to go with it. Oh, so yummy. So I had to document the food. I kept the umbrella from my drink. This fun little pine cone. That's not a pine cone, Christy. This fun little pineapple. Again, my goodie from my goodie bag from Daisy. And this was actually on this 3x4 card that I trimmed, and this is the back, like the back side of it. So I did my journaling there, added, because it was on a Wednesday, so added that little fun whimsical thing. The title, I guess, is just fun. I titled it Carnival Eats on my playlist because that's what I wanted to call it, but I didn't really know where to put Carnival Eats. And then I love this little cluster down here. I think it's fun and playful, and this whole thing just says whimsy and fun. So, besides December Daily, which you'll see when I get it finished, this is what I accomplished. So pretty good, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pages. I'm pretty sure I got like up to date 10 done in my December Daily, and I did a few Traveler's Notebook spreads. I don't really share my Traveler's Notebook spreads. I almost have one completely done, so I'll do a flip through of that later. But that is my month of December. So I hope you are checking out my 30 days of sketches. I've got the beautiful Lisa from Pink Glitter Scrapper joining me every single day, and then special guests. I have Heather's Crafty Life, Sarah Scraps, Christina Sorge, and Daisy Scraps joining me throughout the month too. So I hope that you are enjoying that series that's running for the rest of the month of January. So I'm going to have a huge pile for you at the end of January. And then I go back to work February 5th. And so you're going to see things slow down, but hopefully not too much. So thank you everyone so much for watching, being here, supporting me. I appreciate and love you all. Bye!